Depending on what your hive color is, it is really important to give the correct NPCs a present in the correct order, because some of these ornament buffs are really crazy and really needed before other ones. And there is actually an updated list that I am going to be showing you guys for not only white hive, blue hive, and red hive, but also as well, I do want to say that Beebear currently doesn't have all its presents, so the only present you can really get is the one from Beebear's catalog. Until Beebear quests are out, they may be out already, who knows. But also, at the end of the day, you will want to have all ornaments, no matter what, because all buff, give convert rate, give everything, and are just good. But there is an order you should do at the start before the other ones, since you will have maxed out presents later on. So yeah, let's just start off with the first gift for blue hive and blue overall, because it's kind of easy to guess, because Bucko Bee is one of the best ones for blue, like overall at all time. Not only because it is blue, but because, as you guys do see over here, it does give blue flower food capacity, pine tree forest food capacity, and also bubble pollen, and a lot of convert rate. You get so much capacity, it's insane. And although we don't know the new ones just yet for this year, because we're still waiting for that Beebear, we do know that they don't really change that much every single year. Like, bro, if I look at Bucko Bee, it literally has the same stats every single year. Boom. The Beesmas before that, same with the Beesmas before that. It just doesn't really change much apart from a few ones. So definitely go for Bucko first if you are blue. It is insane for you. And then for the second gift, if you are blue, I would say give it to Robo Bear. And you might be wondering, well, isn't that digital bee stuff? Most people don't even have digital bee in their hive or use it. And well, you are getting the Robo Bear one because of the capacity that it has. As you guys do see over here, 10% capacity. It is pretty OP, so definitely go for that, being the second one for blue. For the third one, is definitely right over here being Black Bear's ornament, so give it to Black Bear third, because it does right over here give 5% honey per pollen, which is insane. As blue hive, you will make way more honey, and that's really OP. And the fourth one for blue over here is really good if you are full gifted hive, because of the 5+ gifted bee pollen while you're macroing or even just boosting normally. But I would say if you're not really full gifted or anything, like, it's still really good. You could get it if you want to, but there are other ones after it, such as Brown Bear's one for more bond pollen, or you could also give it to Science Bear, for example. So it's really up to you. I would personally give it to Stigbug fourth though, because I'm full gifted, but if you're not, then those two could be good for you. Either way, still give it to Stigbug probably. Next is the Spirit Bear ornament for blue, because this one is pretty nice with the bee ability pollen that it has. And then after it, I don't think Sun Bear is going to be in the game to give an ornament to for this year, so just give it to Science Bear if you still haven't yet for the convert rate. Oh well, that's not really Science Bear, but up there. Then also Brown Bear for the bomb pollen, and after that it's really just give it to whatever. Like, you could go for Panda Bear after for the bee attack. If you're trying to do Snow Bears or anything, you could give it for Mother Bear for bee gather, Dapper Bear for the nectar, probably Dapper Bear to be honest, not gonna lie, and even on it and Honeybee. And after that, that's basically like most for blue hive, so you should be good and giving it to everyone. And now for the red hives, right over here, if you are wondering if you are red hive what you give it to first, it's definitely Robo over here, because it is such a crazy one, given event bee ability pollen, duped ability pollen, even spider, but you're not white hive though, but the capacity as well overall. Then I would say for the second one for red, definitely go for Stigbug. I'm guessing you are full gifted and everything at this point, so you do have loads of gifted bee ability pollen. This does give also Pepper Patch capacity. I don't think this will change this year because this is a different one, but Pepper Patch capacity is gonna be pretty crazy. Yeah, it doesn't change, it was like that last year as well, so definitely second being Stigbug. Then I would say for red, next is Spirit Bears for the bee ability pollen. That is actually really OP, so Spirit Bear third. Then for red, you could give it the fourth one for honey pollen to Black Bear. Still is pretty crazy and good. I would say Panda Bear next over here for the bee attack, if you are giving it for the fifth one or the sixth one, whatever it is. Bee attack is gonna be crazy. And for red, for the sixth or seventh one, unironically chill, I would say Mother Bear for the bee gather will be insane. I do also want to say, make sure you have Riley Bee's ornament before you start Honey Day, because that would be really OP, but still try and go for the order that I have listed. It's going to work out the best it can. And then after you give all of those, can just give it to everyone else, like On It, Gummy Bear, Honeybee, and just things like that. But that's the order you want for red. And for the white hive order, for anyone trying to be white hive, I would say first of all, definitely give it to Robo Bear once again. Loads of capacity, loads of just overall Robo Bear stuff, which is really needed and really OP in boost. Next again is definitely Stigbug because of the gifted bee pollen and stuff. I listed that before. Then definitely Spirit Bears because of the bee ability pollen and stuff. And then I would say go for Panda Bears because Panda Bear gives the bee attack and stuff. Really, really OP. And then also as well, Mother Bear's ornament for the bee gather and stuff. Then after that, you're kind of really just free to do whatever you want. Give it to whoever you want. You do get spider food capacity already from Robo Bear, which is the most OP really. And White Hive, not even that crazy. Like, yeah, you have Honeybee, but I'm pretty sure you need to finish the quest, and that's kind of hard to finish because it gives 10% honey from tokens and stuff, and Gummy Bee, and also BBM, but that's kind of the later stuff. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know if you guys do still need help. If you are early game and anything, you definitely should go for the other stuff. And yeah, make sure to subscribe and check out the other guides too.